Week here to react. One of the lawmakers who doesn't mind working 24 hours a day did it for the military. I imagine in his Ivy League college career. Senator Tom Cotton, welcome back.
Hey, Brian, good to be on with you. We'll stay till the cows come home if we have to.
Absolutely. Senator, behind closed doors yesterday, I understand you guys have continued to shape the bill. It's been sent out to the CBO. One of the things is $45 billion more of opioid, the epidemic, to address that, get people into rehab and some treatment, and allow customers to use health savings accounts to pay for their premiums. Anything else you could tell us?
Those are two steps that Senator McConnell had previously announced. I think we're working to craft a final version of the bill and also get a budget estimate back from the Congressional Budget Office. So we're moving forward. Hopefully we'll have a vote next week and we'll pass legislation that'll make Americans' health care a little bit better and a little bit more affordable.
Do you sense that anybody's gone from a maybe to a yes or a no to a maybe?
Well, hopefully we're all moving in the right direction, which is voting yes on legislation that's going to give relief to the American people from Obamacare, which has been a disaster, which has caused premiums to skyrocket and given less choices to Americans. But we'll see where everybody is when the chips are down next week.
All right, Senator Grassley is pessimistic. Senator Corker is optimistic. Where does Senator Cotton stand?
Brian, like most things in life, I find myself cautiously pessimistic.
Okay, fine. Let's move on and talk about something you've always been pessimistic on, and that's the Iranian deal. You say there are constant violations, and it's time for them to have consequences. What are you talking about? We've been focused on ISIS, Syria, and Afghanistan. What we should be seeing over with Iran?
Well, Brian, Iran is the answer to most questions in the Middle East, to include some of the threats that we face in Syria and Iraq related to ISIS and other radicalism. Iran is the world's worst state sponsor of terrorism, and in my opinion, they aren't complying with the nuclear deal. They're keeping more advanced centrifuges, they're keeping heavy water, which is essential to plutonium bomb production, and they are still testing ballistic missiles and other steps. But more fundamentally, Brian, the law that Congress passed to hold Iran accountable requires the Secretary of State and the President to certify that this deal is in the vital national security interests of the United States. I simply wouldn't certify that if I was the Secretary of State and President. This is not in the vital national security interest. It undermines those interests. That certification is coming due on Monday, and I've suggested to the President and the Secretary of State that they not make it.
And by the way, Senator, we're out of time, but guess who also agrees with you? Senator Chuck Schumer. He doesn't talk about it, but he voted against the bill. A lot of Democrats realize how poisonous this deal is, but they just didn't want to broadcast it because they had a different president. Senator Cotton, thanks so much. I hope you have some good news for everybody next week.
Thanks, Brian.
All right, coming up straight ahead, we